Okay, this is how I stopped studying. And I want to tell you a story. When I was around 18 years old, I used to get ice cream always. I know that's not, the healthiest option or whatever, but, I used to always grab ice cream. And I was standing in line waiting to, choose out the flavors. And I'll be honest, I always got the same thing. I always got a vanilla with cone, um, like with the cone. And what happened was essentially when it was my turn to order, the guy would always, smile and he would be like, "Sir, what would you like to get today?" And of course, like if you're watching this, you probably had had similar, experiences to this, but like I would try to say it and it wouldn't come out. And the dude would just, just like, like turn his head to the, like tilt his head a little, and he would just look at me like I'm, like I'm strange or something, like I'm not human. And, it kind of like, and then that's when the fear strikes. That's when you get even more sucked into it. You're like, you're just digging yourself a bigger and bigger hole at that point. Anyways, like after that, and then you started like vanilla. Okay. Just like it's hard to get it out, but once you get it out, the dude thinks you're completely weird, and it's really like you just have the whole store just watching you and just thinking, damn, like he's weird, but they just don't know how it feels. But yeah, this video is for you. I know how you feel, and I'm gonna help you fix it. So this is how I stopped studying. I'm gonna cut through the chase. It's gonna be a long video, but hopefully this will be, like however long it is, like 15, 20 minutes, the most productive 15, 20 minutes of your entire life to save you from, like embarrassing situations like that. And before I start, um, here are some scams to avoid. Some scams to avoid is going to be therapy. And why do I say avoid therapy? Because it's expensive, uh, and it's just like useless. It's literally a trap. Now, first, expensive. Why is it expensive? Well, you have to you have to think of it like this. Like you're paying like what, £200, $200 per week, or like even if it's per session or whatever. Like that's a lot of money just to like just go there and just have them tell you the same things over and over, like lower your shoulders, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, like like control your breathing, blah blah blah, right? And then it's useless because again, it's like you go there and therapy is like, okay, you go there like January, like the first week of January you go, second week of January you go, third week you're like, I won't go, fourth week you go. And it's like, is it really doing anything to, decrease your starting at all? Like, be honest with yourself there. And then it's a trap because, again, do you really think they want you to get better so that you get better and you stop coming to them for therapy, for breathing exercises? Like, that's not how it works, right? Second thing is like random YouTubers or slash people, or let me change this up. I'll put advice from random YouTubers slash people who have never studied. And this also goes back to therapy as well, because do you really think your therapist studied for like 11, 12 years? Like bro, bro probably just got like that degree. He's like, oh, let me just go ahead and try to help people who studied. And but it's not their fault. Like it's not their fault that they didn't get, cursed with stuttering. Like, it's not their fault. It's just like it would be more effective to learn from someone who has gone through that experience, so you kind of like have the similar life path as them, and you understand it from, a more human side of it. But that's a story for another day. So you want to like avoid advice from YouTubers or like people who have never studied, because odds are, like, first of all, they're gonna give you dumb advice, like breathe, like, oh, like take it slowly, slow down your breathing, slow down your like talking rate, all of that like stupid stuff, okay? And then like that just sums up everything I want to say about these type of people. So just try to avoid them. That's gonna help you. And then also um, you want to let's see, don't overcomplicate it. So you don't want to overcomplicate it. I think overcomplicated is one word, but so you don't want to overcomplicate it, because like the more you think about it, the more you'll get, wrapped up in the whole like world, or like a whole realm of you trying to like think of scenarios where you're gonna mess up and, like screw it over. But focus on this. Grab out a piece of paper, or get a piece of paper, or open a Google, or open, not a Google note, or notes on your phone. So get a piece of paper or open a note on your phone right now, because the advice I'm about to give you is genuinely life changing, and I wish I had this when I was going through this. So here is how I stopped studying. Number one is exercise. And exercise, by exercise I mean, I'm a man, I'm like a grown full man. So what I did was I lifted heavy weights, and a little cardio here and there. But yeah, lifted heavy weights, and did a little cardio. And this can also like apply to women as well. Like, I would just like, whatever you do, like whatever it is, just make sure you're physically active almost every day. So what does almost every day mean? It means like 5 to 6 times a week at the bare minimum, right? If you can do all 7 days, and just like go for like a run, or like a hike, or like whatever you do, like a jog, whatever, or like go to the gym, do it, consistently. It's gonna help you. Now, why do I just randomly go, okay, like, don't you have a problem with like how you speak? Shouldn't I tell you to like, breathe like this, breathe like that, right? Why am I telling you to exercise? Because it's linked, or let me put this on another one. We'll get rid of number two for now, because stuttering is linked to low self-esteem. And you may be like, what? I have a lot of self-esteem. I don't know what you're talking about. But really look in the mirror, or like even write this down on your piece of paper or note. Like, look at yourself and be like, okay, bro, like, or bro s, bro that, whatever, right? No hate, I love everyone. But yeah, like really look in the mirror and say, like, okay, am I the best version of myself that I can be on? Or can I be? Like, that's the question you want to ask. And going to the gym and exercising and building a physique you're proud of really boosts that up. And that's really the main key points of like how I stopped. Like that was literally one of the branches, one of the main key points that helped me stop it. Then and then we'll wrap this around to point number two, which is to get 10 hours of sleep every night. Every night you should be sleeping for 10 hours. And how you do that, very easy. If you exercise, you should be able to knock this out with ease. Just make sure you just wrap your life around those 10 hours of sleep. So you always want to prioritize that. And why I say like 10 hours of sleep is because of the fact that you want to keep your body like an optimum performance level. So if you undersleep, it's gonna make yourself very tired, right? Like everyone knows that. And what happens to your vocals is that they become tired, so it's harder. You might already like stutter, and then it's gonna be harder for you to get out your words because your vocals are already tired and they haven't healed or they haven't gotten enough rest for that to happen. And then number three, we have the most one of the most important. I guess like all three of them are important altogether, but self-improvement slash mindset. So self-improvement, if you don't know what that is, like if you're a man or if you're a female, it doesn't matter. Self-improvement is basically the act of making yourself better every single day, like no matter how small the change is. Like for example, let's say all you eat is chips. Go throw that bag of chips away and instead buy a bag of apples. So every time you try to reach for a bag of chips, you see apples. Now you're basically forced to eat that apple, right? And think think long term, okay? Like you're eating those chips, okay? Maybe like a delight like to eat that chip or that whole bag of chips, right? But over time, what you're doing is you're just eating more, fats, carbs, and it's like it's junk food, right? Chips are not good for you. Like we all know that, right? And then you also have like the apple. The apple is like one of the most perfect fruits you can get. It's filled with nutrients that your body really needs. And that it literally is a saying, like a 1,000-year-old saying, like an apple a way keeps the doctor no, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah. But yeah, like that's where you want to, replace those small habits. Like instead of, let's say, uh, instead of drinking soda, you drink water. Like small things like that will improve your health. Then once you start doing that and you start to prioritize yourself, you start to care about your hygiene, you start to care about the way you speak, the way you look, the way you dress, like all of that is going to change. Once that's changing, slowly you'll build enough confidence, okay? Because all three leads to more confidence. What you want is confidence. This is the end goal. And again, no one will ever be 100% confident on anything. But if you do these three things, I will 100% guarantee you that you will stop stuttering like me. I used to stutter for 11 years. 2 years back, I stopped because um, I started to take on these principles. And again, like I didn't completely stop. Like today is what May 22nd of 2024. Now we had during COVID was like one of my worst times of like studying because my self-esteem was so low. But after hitting the gym a lot, after sleeping well, after working on myself, it's starting to go back up. Like I'm still not 100% done studying, right? Like sometimes I have moments or like phases where I do, but I double down on these three things, like exercising, getting sleep, improving myself, improving my mindset on how I want to improve myself. And over time you'll see that you will stop studying. And again, you do not need therapy. Sorry, you do not need therapy. You do not need advice from people who haven't gone through what we've gone through, right? We've already gone through that. But thank you so much for watching. If I did help you, please leave a like and feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I hope this will help you. If you need any other help, or if you want to, directly speak to me on more about this, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.